Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we're going to have Mansour. Mansour is from Palestine, but he lives in Germany. So let's see what Mansour has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Mansour, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
Of course, thank you so much for having me on your show. It's a pleasure.
So tell me, how was your day today?
It was pretty good. I had a lot of work to do, got my work done, and now I'm here.
Tell me what was the highlight of your day today?
The highlight. A lot of issues, a lot of problems in work, but every day is a good day. Every day is a new day. Um, yeah, I think my highlight will be this interview. I'm very excited to be here with you, and yeah.
Thank you so much. And what do you do for work for living, Mansour?
So I have a digital marketing agency, and I really don't talk about it that much on my social media at the time because now I'm trying to do something different where I am trying to get people to know who I am and what I have to present.
Okay.
That's why I really don't mention that much my social media agency. I mean my sorry, my marketing agency, digital marketing agency. We work on social media. We work on building websites, apps, everything that has to do with marketing. And we have a really good team. It's right around 20 people working with us now,
Wow.
with four partners. We are four partners working on it. It's mainly based in Dubai, and I am the German representative for our company, for our agency. And that's why I really don't mention it that much. If you take a look at my social media, I don't mention it the whole time because I don't want to be that salesy person that is always, on like trying to push it up the throat. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm keeping it safe. I'm just trying to get people to start their own business, to tell them what I experience and what I went through, and all my experiences. I would like to share it on social media. And when the time comes, of course, I will be helping out people using my agency, the work we do. But for now, I'm just purely concentrating on getting people to know who I am. Rather than this is my agency, this is what we do. I'm really not trying to sell my agency at the moment. I'm just trying to show who I am and what I can offer and what I have been through, and how people can they themselves can start their own business. It's not that scary. It's not something. It's unusual because we are used to going to a 9 to 5, working here, working there. At the end of the month you get to check, you pay your rent, you pay this, you pay that. But business is not the same. Having your own business is like, if I don't work, I'm not getting money. And if I, procrastinate, if I sleep, if I don't do the work, if I don't put the time in, I will end up without money. That's the scary part that everyone gets scared from starting
Mhm.
their own business. But I'm trying to show them that it's actually not that way. It's you have many businesses you can start up now using social media, using this, using that. It's profitable. It's of course doable because if people did it, that means you can too. It's not something to be scared of, and it's just something that you have to try. You have to try. It's not for everyone, but if you didn't try it, you lost already. Just winning is just starting and trying and giving it a try. Once in a lifetime. Yeah, that's who I am. That's what I do. Sorry for taking too long explaining everything, but it's I can really talk about it for days. But this is just like the main picture, who I am and what I do and what I'm working on.
Amazing. So tell me where you're from, Mansour.
So I'm originally Arab. I am Palestinian. I grew up in Germany. I've been living here um more than half of my life. I grew up here. I studied here. I'm doing university here. I'm close to finishing now in the same space that I'm working with. It's software engineering and whatever. So it's the same thing I'm doing and helping others with. And Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I'm living in Germany, based in Germany, as I said, and working with my agency that is based in Dubai,
And where's about in Germany you're based right now?
in north of Germany,
I
close to
see.
Düsseldorf, and yeah.
And what do you like the most about living in Germany?
I like the most, Germany has a lot of chances for everyone. Either it being studying or doing your own business or doing that. It just gives you the opportunity. It has really a lot of opportunities, more than people can think of. I feel like it's an open space for you to try. And you can get a 9 to 5. You can have a really good 9 to 5, but at the same time, it's everything is open to you here. It's a free land. You can do whatever you want. Even the country and the environment helps you and pushes you to do what you like and to do your hobby. It's not against that. It's not like the third world countries we know, where you just stick to the basics, to the stuff we know. Leave the corporates to the corporates. No, you have to do your job. You have to have your position and your role at a company, and you can do more. And you can't really, even if you dream of doing something, it's not available in a lot of countries, especially countries I grew up in. It's just not the same. Germany is an open space, as I said. It has many chances for everyone. It's not like, it's not only for the lucky people. That's how I would put it.
Totally. Yeah, I think when you are in a place where you find opportunities where you see that you can build a business, you can make a life, you can connect with other people, you can make friends, you can live a life. I think it's amazing for you to be in a place that you can find yourself safe, and you can,
Of course.
just build something,
Hmm.
that you always wanted. Amazing.
Of course. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, Mansour. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your journey. Okay.
It's okay. We can do it.
But
Yeah.
But before we start our journey with my box, so would you like you to tell me something interesting about yourself, or maybe something that not many people know about you?
Something interesting about myself. I am someone that has way too many dreams, and a really, really big dreams. Like, if I tell people about my dreams, it would sound, how do I put it in a phrase? It would sound just, not normal, not something I would achieve. But I really believe in myself. I really believe that I could. I have tried many times to get my dreams to reality, and I did many, many, many times. I proved people wrong, and I'm just, I'm staying like that. I feel like I get the joy when I just show off, when I tell people like, look, I really did it, because it just also pushes a lot of people around me, like if he can, I can, you know what I mean? I'm a really dreamer. Like I would call myself a dreamer. I really dream big, and I throughout my experience I have done a lot and I have achieved a lot from my dreams. So it's I'm just going with it. I will dream bigger, even more and more. Even if I achieve something I would have wanted like years ago, I would go to the next one, go bigger, go higher, I would say. That's something I feel like everyone knows about me. Everyone around me knows that I have that, because they saw me like trying many many things. I'm a normal person. I did like try many other agencies, many other businesses. I did fail like everyone else, but I'm still trying. And throughout my achievements with the agency I'm working with now, I really am proving people wrong. And everyone knows around me that yes, he reached a point where he actually proved us wrong, and he did what he always have dreamed of. And I feel like that's something that describes me. I feel like, something that many people doesn't know about me. That's interesting, because I feel like I am a type of person that doesn't really that really likes to keep secrets about myself.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I would love to ask that question for someone that, knows me. Like, what is something you think no one knows about me and you know? I don't know. I don't think I can say that about myself. I'm not really sure.
I think you said a lot about interesting thing about you. I think I think being interesting, it's about being yourself. There's always
Of
something
course.
about us that make us unique, different, and interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mansour, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through memories in life and share your point of views?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. On the fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song this first to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the interview, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Yeah,
amazing.
sure.
First question is, would you rather be invisible or be able to fly? And what would you do?
Invisible or be able to fly? I would say invisible. I really would. I would like to, experience how being invisible is, seeing the world and seeing how really people feel about me. Although it's not that important, but I feel like sometimes, you would love to know what's your actual picture in their eyes is, like what that looks like. So I would choose invisible, I would say, yeah.
And saying that, what's the biggest joy of being you? What do you like the most about being Mansour?
What I like being the most, I would say like I like myself, I like the points I've reached until now in my life, who I am, what I have achieved. I'm really happy with myself, with where I am. I don't think I would choose another body or someone else. I'm comfortable where I am and what I have achieved in life, and I would love to, complete the journey like that,
And are you planning to stay in Germany for a long while, or you plan to go back to Palestine?
I've never been in Palestine. I'm originally from Palestine, but I've never been there. I would love to one day visit my country, you would say.
Uh-huh.
But staying in Germany is really gave me a lot of chances, has opened a lot of doors for me. I think if I'm open to living in many different countries. I have visited the UK. I have visited a lot of different countries around the world. I have seen and I have people living in many different countries. I know how they live and their living situations, how the country is. I'm not sure. I mean, I know like how people in Dubai work, how the environment is there, but I feel like, I grew up here. I know the goods and bads of the country, and I know what I can achieve living here. So I think if I go on living here, it wouldn't be that bad. But if I had a chance in a better work, in a better life, I would never say no. But I think what I'm looking forward to now is to stay here and
Mm-hmm.
work here and build something for me in this country.
I
But
see.
as I said, if I have a chance in another country, I would never say no.
And your family, they live there as well?
Yes, we all live here. I have the German citizenship,
Mm-hmm.
so I can, stay here as long as I want, and that's why I feel like, I am very welcomed here in this country, and I would, if I had a good chance, I would stay here for sure.
And your language, your first language, do you consider to be Arabic or German?
No, it has always been English because I grew up in an international school. I've always went to international school since
Oh, wow.
kindergarten. I've learned English my whole life. I studied everything in English, and then I had that big switch from English to German because I switched schools, I switched countries.
Yeah.
And I feel like because half of my life was English and half of it was German, I would consider English as my first language, although I speak Arabic very well with my family and with people I know. But I feel like, sometimes people ask if you think in which language you think. I mostly have it in English and
Okay.
Arabic, it's a mix, but mostly English and not German, no.
But we speak German as well, or not?
I speak German very well, yes.
I see. Amazing. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, next question for you is, what things do you consider to be relationship deal breakers?
Um Lying. I think lying breaks trust, and when the trust is gone between two people, either being a friendship or a relationship, that is just broken fully. I mean, lying is the worst thing for me.
And which person in your life or in your family, right this moment, you feel more close to or more connected with?
Sorry, can you say it again?
Which person in your life or,
Mhm.
in your family right now? Tell me a person that when you feel the lowest, this person comes to your mind for you to share, to open up. And at the same time as well, the same person, when you're feeling the happiest, you just felt like, oh my God, I need to talk to this person. I need to share these moments. Tell me the first person that comes to your mind.
I would say, I think everyone would say that. My mother, of course, she is the one that carried me. She is the one that took care of me my whole life. My father was there, of course, I can't forget that. But I feel like I'm way closer. I was way closer growing up to my mother. She knows all my secrets, my ups and downs. So I think even when anything happy comes up in my life or sad, I immediately run to my mom. So yeah, I feel like my mom is the closest one to me.
Okay, so your mom is watching this interview right now and you have a moment, an opportunity to send her a message. What would you say? She's watching. Actually, would you mind to say in Arabic first, just for me to hear the sound of it, and after you can translate in
Sure.
English? Yeah,
Sure, I would do an Arabic and an English version. Okay.
she's watching.
So she is watching. Okay. ماما بحبك. شكرا كتير على كل شيء قدمتي لي إياه بحياتي. وإن شاء الله أقدر أعوضك. So, what I said in Arabic was, my mom, I love you. Thank you so much for everything you have done to me, and I hope one day I can give everything back.
Beautiful. And so far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from her?
For my mom is, I would say, a fighter. She has, you know, she acts a lot like she is very independent. I feel like she has been through a lot. She fought through a lot for us, for the whole family, for me and my sister, for the whole family. So I feel like she has that strong woman mindset that I've grew up with. I know women could be strong and could be really independent in their life, and I feel like my mom is a true example of that. She has been through a lot only for us, for her family. So I feel like I've learned a lot from that, how to be caring, how to be very giving to the others around me, to especially my family first, and to everyone else around me, how to be a really good person with everyone, and how to, never think bad of anyone, you know what I mean?
Amazing. I think we are very, we have people around us, friends, family, that we are close to them, we love them, but our mom, there is
It's
something with them.
different. It's
Yeah,
different.
it's just deep, as you said, they carried us. It's I've got goosebumps saying that because there's such a beautiful connection, a unique
Of
connection that you
course,
don't
of
have with
course.
anybody else.
Moms are different. Moms are different.
Totally, totally. I think they know us even better than ourselves sometimes.
Of course.
My
Yeah, yeah,
mom's
yeah.
mom is back in Brazil. And last year, I had a very good friend of mine. She came on holidays, and my mom sent me a shirt and some like clothes, and she knew the size, she knew everything, and even she. I didn't tell her, but I was missing. I need some socks and some things, and she sent to me, and I was
It's
like, "My
crazy.
God,
They feel
how?"
they have the seven
Yeah,
sense
I was
100%,
like,
I feel
"My
like.
God, I didn't mention anything. I didn't say anything. I even didn't ask any present." And she literally sent exactly what I needed. I couldn't believe. I was like, "Oh my
It's
God, it's amazing."
it's not normal for sure.
Next question. Okay, so before the next question, when I was checking your profile, of course, I could see your videos, you're talking about business, about growing, on social media, this and that. And there was a phrase there saying, focus on business. So my question for you is, you always being very connected with, create your own business. You always have this mindset of, improve yourself in a business environment. Tell me a little bit about.
I feel like business environment is something that a lot of people dream of. Not everyone has the chance to be free in their working life, to be their own manager, to be their own like company owner. I feel like not everyone has that chance to do so, but I feel like also people do have that chance and they're not taking the step because they are, scared of what's gonna come. Maybe I would not succeed. This being scared is of course always there. Even for someone that is like, let's say Elon Musk, okay, he owns he owns Tesla, SpaceX, this and that, but of course he still has that feeling of what if one day it all disappears, No one will live without that fear. Even if you're working a normal 9 to 5 job, you will still have that fear of like, what if one day my manager just decides to, kick me? I feel like business world is the exact same. let's take an example of owning your own keyboard company. Okay, I have my own keyboard company. I will put my love, my time, everything I own into that company
Mm-hmm.
to make it successful. Why think of not succeeding? Why is that always the first idea that comes to the mind? And why is it not, okay, I have this whiteboard where I have all my all my dreams, all my things that I want to really do and succeed with in my business. Why not always care about that? Why not always, look to the bright side and not to the dark side? Because of course business is up and down. We all know that. Even stock markets, gold prices, whatever it is, it's always ups and downs. So don't never just stick to thinking, okay, look at the cons. Let's leave out the pros. Let's only focus on cons. You would never succeed in anything, even deciding what to study in college. If you always think of, okay, what if I study information technology and one day AI takes over? And yeah, what if? What if? Never think of what if that didn't work? What if that didn't? Just sometimes you only have to look at the bright side. Of course, you don't have to lie to yourself. Not if like you're always in minus, you're always losing, and you're saying, okay, but I still have the goals. No, you have to be realistic with the goals. But then again, set goals that are really, really high and that gets people to not believe in you, and that's when you succeed, because you have to take steps. You have to really, really take steps. Never hesitate, because if you don't take risks, you will lose in anything you do in life, even starting a new job. What if I don't like the atmosphere? It's okay, I will just not apply for that job. That's not how life works. You have to take risks. I have taken risks. Everyone around me, everyone that I know, everyone that is living on this earth has once taken a risk. And look at
Totally.
where they are now. Focus
Absolutely.
on the future and not focus on the cons. That's the best advice I would like to give, and I would like to also keep sharing and keep, pushing through my content is think
Totally.
of the pros and not the cons, because there are really a lot of pros more than cons in business. We all know that.
Totally, and I agree with you. I think give the first step. You know what I mean? Don't think. Just don't. Just worry about afterwards. Give the first step. Try
Exactly.
it. Get out of your comfort zone. Is the only way for you to achieve things. You need to step out. If you feel these butterflies, this in your tummy, it's a good sign. It means that you're going to the right
Hmm.
direction. Because if you're gonna do something in your life and you don't have these butterflies, maybe it's just something that you're gonna do it, and it's okay as well. I think, but if you have this scary feeling and these butterflies, do it. That's a good sign that you're going in the right
Exactly.
direction. That's how I see it as well.
Exactly.
Next question for you is, what do you like to cook the most?
I don't really cook. um, for me, it's like if I go to the kitchen, I'm burning it for sure. So I feel like if I choose something to eat every day, I can answer that. But something that I would cook, I don't really cook.
So tell me something that
Um,
you eat for the rest of your life.
everyone around me knows that I always eat rice and something else, like rice and chicken, rice and beef, rice and
Me
that, rice and this. I've always grown. I grew up with this, with this culture of rice and something. Of course, fast food is a something big in my life. I would like to one day cut it off, but I feel like mainly I would just live my whole life eating rice and something.
It's so funny saying that because I'm originally from Brazil. In Brazil, I've been raised eating rice every single day, lunch and dinner.
See,
And
see,
as you
you
said,
understand. You
of course I
understand.
do. I do. I love rice, and it's funny because for me, for example, if I'm gonna have like, as you said, meat or chicken or even pasta, sometime. I remember back in Brazil, we had pasta and some rice on the sides. There's always
Yeah,
a
it's
always.
crazy. It's crazy.
What's the meaning of life for you, Mansour, when you think of life?
Meaning of life. For me, I would say the meaning of life is leaving a good message behind. We all know one day we are gonna die. Life is not infinite. People live 60, 70, 80 years, whatever it is on this earth. I would say leaving a good message is mainly my focus. One day, if I had to leave the earth, I would say I'm leaving something that my kids would benefit off of, my family, my mom, my dad. I've left a positive message behind. I
Yeah,
did something good for the society, for me, for myself. And, I'm you could say I'm a religious person, and in my religion, there is something that says one day you are going to be asked from God, when you die, what did you do with the education you had? Meaning,
Oh,
if I had an education in, like, if I had knowledge in business, let's say that, I have been working in business for a really long time, and I will be asked one day, okay, this thing you learned, did you put a really good dent in the society with? Did you help others? Did you feed your family off of that? Did you tell your kids, teach your kids about that or not? It's always about what did you leave behind? Because if, let's say, someone just goes really too soon, okay? What has he really done? Like, will people remember that? Yeah, he used to like eating chips. Of course not. Of course, they will only remember the good message he left behind, the good spirit, how he used to be around people, or how he used to love helping others more than
yeah.
himself. Sometimes he would like actually take it from himself to give others. That's I think that's the most important thing to leave behind, and that's the meaning of life, leaving a good message behind.
Beautiful. Love it. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, next question is, who do you count the most for help?
For help, I would say, hmm, mentally, I would say my mom.
Okay.
I would always like call her here and there. I'll be like, "Hey, I'm really stuck in this and this situation. What do you think I should do?" But other than that, it depends. I am not that type of person that says I will not get help. I would do it myself. Yeah, sometimes I do need help, like any other like all the people that are living, everyone needs help sometimes. We are not 100% knowledgeable in the things we do. It's okay to ask, it's okay to get help. So I feel like, it depends. Like in studying, in working, I would ask someone that I know knows better. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like mentally I would always go for my mom.
Do you consider yourself to be more of a day or night person?
I am fully a night person. I feel like, I do go to sleep early and everything, but I feel like the days where stay up really late, I am very productive. I'm way more productive than in the morning, because in the morning I'm, kind of moody. I need my coffee, I need this, I need that. I really take a really long time to my brain to start up, and that's why I feel like I'm more of a productive person at night.
And talking about life, talking about you, talking about things that you love in life, what would be the title of your memoir one day?
Um, Damn. I never thought of that. I think it would be something positive or something huge I left behind. That's what I would consider, of course. Like
Amazing.
a message that I left behind, or something I affected people around me in a positive way.
Okay. 2 questions left. How do I say 2 questions left in Arabic?
Um, how do I say it? Say ba'i
Bei,
su'alin.
so Elin.
Yeah, 2 questions left. Yeah,
Let's do
perfect,
it.
perfect.
For the next question, let's do a little game. Tell me 3 names of 3 businessmen in the world, or people that you always be inspired by in the business industry. 3 names.
3 names. I would say Steve Jobs,
Okay.
um, Elon Musk for sure,
Okay.
and in the business world, I really forgot his name actually. The guy from Microsoft.
Bill
Oh,
Gates.
Bill Gates, exactly. Yeah, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Elon Musk.
Okay, so let's pretend that Steve Jobs is still with us. Okay, let's pretend that it's still here with us.
Mm-hmm.
One day, you're gonna wake up in the morning having 3 missed calls from Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Steve Jobs. Yeah, his name.
Steve Jobs. Yeah.
It's Steve Jobs. 3 missed calls from those 3 people. Which one you're gonna call back straight away? Which one you're gonna send a message? I call you back later. And the third one, you don't call back, you don't send a message, you just ignore him for now.
I feel like now, today, I would straight away answer Elon Musk. I would call back later, text Steve Jobs. And Bill Gates, I would just not answer because I feel like, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs have the same startup story. They all started up in a garage, I think. They started small and they believed in themselves and they made it. So
I can't
yeah, I
believe
would.
I can't believe you just ignored Bill Gates. By the way, he's watching this interview, okay?
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay, next question is, if you could change something yourself or about yourself, what that would be and why?
Hmm. I would say I am a really critic sometimes. I could be critic about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think one thing I would change about myself is I'm a very overthinker. Like I'm a overthinker person, I would say. And
Okay.
that's the only thing I would change. I really sometimes I just can't control my overthinking when it comes to work, when it comes to, life. The only thing that is pushing me back from stopping overthinking is probably because sometimes my overthinking actually was right. You know, that makes it a little bit hard to stop. But
Uh-huh.
if that's one thing I would change, it's of course overthinking, I would say.
Amazing. Last question. Let's do it. Last one. Okay, before the last question, tell me what's the biggest joy of work in marketing? What do you like the most about it?
Working in marketing, the best thing about it is of course there's a lot of hard things in it. Trying to, get the client to really believe in your work and why your agency will help them achieve what they want. But the joy of it is the I would say the end product, how they get the things they wished for, how my agency really helped them achieve what they wanted, and the joys in the the joy in their faces of like, yeah, we actually did it, the money spent or the time spent and the things that took them to believe in us was worth it. It was worth everything. It was worth every minute, every dollar spent in the product we serve, and that's, I feel like, the joy in marketing is the where we end and what we achieve for the clients.
Amazing. Last question for you is, what makes you very sentimental?
I'm not sure. I feel like mostly watching series, the main part that would affect me is losing someone you love. Either
Mm-hmm.
it's being close to you, a friend, a family member. Of course, that's something I don't wish anyone to feel. I really don't wish to be put in that situation. And when it's shown in a TV or in the news, of course, kids dying through wars, through conflicts around the world. My country, Palestine, have been through a lot. Kids are dying, of course, from both sides. I feel like just kids and civilians dying and people losing family members due to something they are not responsible of. It's a war, it's an apocalypse, whatever it is. I feel like that's something that would really touch me in a bad way. Um, yeah, I think family members or losing someone really close to you is something that would affect me a lot.
Do you cry easily?
No and yes, depends. Depends on how rough things get. Of course, we are men. We we were taught to grow up
Yeah.
not crying. A man can't cry. So I feel like, crying is a little bit tough. I wouldn't consider like crying in front of anyone that, I wouldn't like them to see me cry. Of course, many times I have been in situations where I did cry. Either it was alone or in front of my mom. Like, I don't really mind my mom seeing me cry. Then again, like I was born in her hands crying. So I wouldn't think much of it. But I still, feel like in the life we grew up in, it's a little bit tough as a man to show emotions. I kind of stick to that sometimes. I wouldn't like anyone to see me emotional. I've always represented myself as someone that is strong, and I will stick to that, as much as I can. But
Mm-hmm.
people can get emotional, men
Totally.
especially, and I'm totally acceptable of that, you know.
Yeah, you're totally right. I think we've been raised in a society that man needs to be strong, needs to be, powerful. You cannot show emotions, you cannot cry.
I
However,
mean,
I
it's
think
true. It's true, though. You know,
absolutely
it's true. And a man is the leader in the family. He needs to work hard to serve his family, to give them the best life he could offer to the kids, to his wife, to his mom, to his dad, everyone around him. So I feel like an emotional man would just break down a lot, and that's not something he can do in a world where everything is tough. Everyone around us is tough. You have to
that
be as tough, if not more, to push through life. So I feel like, yeah, an emotional man, you of course you can get emotional if you lose someone or if but crying about silly stuff, I don't think, it's not about being acceptable or not. It's about, just manning up, as we call it, just push through. We all have been through that. We all did push through. And in the end of the day, everyone is counting on you. The haters, the family, the everyone around you is counting on you. So you have to prove that, I feel like, as a man.
amazing. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say some words. Just one word that comes to your mind. Okay, quick thinking. Let's start with money,
Future.
fear,
Losing.
family,
Losing a member.
life,
Tough.
love,
Best feeling.
religion.
Um, how do I phrase that?
What?
Um,
One word.
one word. Good.
Okay, politics.
Bad.
I like that. Good, bad.
Yeah, politics is bad. Not gonna lie, it's bad.
Sex,
Tax?
sex.
Ah, good.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting to see what you're gonna say.
What did you expect? I mean, what did you expect?
Friendship,
Strong.
desire,
Also strong.
regret,
Worst.
success,
The best.
the worst, the best. Happy, happiness.
Happiness. The goal.
One word for Germany.
Beautiful.
One word for marketing.
Amazing product.
If you could define your business in one word, what that would be?
Achievements.
And the last one now, Palestine. One word.
A dream. A
Amazing.
dream that must come true.
Let's pretend I'm going to meet your mom for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, define Mansour in one positive word and one negative word only. What should say about you?
Positive, I think I don't know. I don't want to be egoistic, but I feel like she would say I'm a dreamer, you know?
Okay,
Um, one bad thing, I think overthinker as well.
I see. Let's play now, Mansour, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, but before you ask me the question, tell me what's your favorite German word?
Favorite German word. Arbeit.
Which means?
Work.
Say again. Arbeit?
Arbeit. So
Arbeit.
AR and then bite, Arbeit.
Arbeit. That was easy to say.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Mansour, you can ask me a question now.
What kind of business you like?
What a great question. What a great question. You know what? I'm going to be very honest to you. The first thing that came to my mind, talking to you, and I love passionate people. I love people when they have this mindset, exactly how you are. I love people, ambitious people that they want to, grow up and be a better person. I would love to have someone like by my side to turn the Matchbox, the show, in a business concept. Yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal. I know I love, because I'm here. I'm good here talking. I feel the best And as you mentioned before, nobody gets anywhere alone. I think all of us, we need to have people around us to dream with us, to believe in us, to think together, to have some crush as well. Sometimes I think it's great. Sport is healthy in a healthy way. However, I think, and it just came this answer to my mind. I think business for me, I'm very ambitious as well, of course. I think it's amazing. You need to be ambitious. You need to to always be a better person. Achieve things in life. I think it's amazing. And yes, I think when I think about business right now in my life, is about the magic box. I can't wait to have someone on my side, someone who believes as well. Not just, I'd love to have someone working with me, along with me, not just like, okay, let's do something here. No, I'd like this person to believe on it, to say, you know what? I can see potential here. And I know there is, and I know it will be. And I have this mindset because I believe I'm very, very positive as well. And my willpower is very strong. So I believe that it will happen. The right person will come, and I'm sure, you know what I mean. I can't wait for some to give the other key of the magic box to the person to be by my side, to share the key with me. You know what I mean? To trust, be like, who I can trust, who I can believe it. So yeah, that's for me business. When I think about business right now in my life, it's about the show. It's about creating. It's a platform. It's a platform that I have so many projects, Mansour. You have no idea. I have so many projects connected with the show. But again, I need someone around me that can, behind the camera, who can understand the business, who can understand things, and for me to trust and to get the magic box to go all the way to the moon and come back again. So yeah, when I think about business, totally, it's the magic box. Yeah. So by the way, the door is open. Okay, if you'd like to have the other key, okay.
Well, no problem. We can, have a meeting after that and talk more about it.
Totally, absolutely.
Sure.
So yeah,
Good
business for
mindset.
is the matchbox. Is That's something that it's. I go to bed every morning, every night thinking about it. I wake up every morning thinking about the show. My life is all about the show. Even
Perfect. It's perfect.
traveling.
That's how you grow. That's how you grow. That's how you
Totally.
need to think and you need to work.
And it's not
Sure.
something that I want to be. It's just natural. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just natural. You know what I mean? That's the best really anyone can have. When I'm here doing the interviews, Mansour is the best of me. It's because I feel great. I feel, the best. I could be doing 24 hours if I had no stop, because that's what makes me the happiest, for sure. Good question.
Perfect. That's nice.
Did you enjoy the interview?
I enjoyed the interview. It was really good. I feel like you made me think of many things at once, which
Amazing.
is a really good thing. I feel like sometimes you have to refresh your mind, think of priorities. You brought up family, you brought up love, you brought up friendships. I feel like it's stuff in the brain that slowly dies when you stop thinking about, and you have refreshed those ideas in my brain. So I feel like
Totally.
it was good. It was pretty nice talking to you, doing this interview. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that you brought me to your platform. I hope one
Totally.
day we both, can meet all the way up there when we achieve our goals, our dreams. And I
Absolutely.
feel like one day we will, let's hope for
Oh,
that. As I
I have no
said,
doubt.
pros, not cons.
You have
So
no
one
doubt.
day, one day we
You're already
will.
you're already part of the show. You already left your signature here, so you are part of the community.
Perfect. Perfect. I really appreciate it.
Thanks again. Thanks for taking the time. I think nowadays, as you know very well, we are so busy with our own lives, and when someone take their time for us, it's precious. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you to make time for the interview,
Of course,
and
of course.
to bring your energy, your mindset to the show. I think it's amazing to talk to people like you. Before you go, Mansour, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Yes. I would say I will look now straight to the camera when I say this. I feel like everyone has their potential in them. No one has no one has the knowledge of like how much potential they have until they really did try. They have to push go. They have to put themselves in a risky position. They have to, never hesitate to take risks. As I say in my videos, as I say every single day, never hesitate. Life is hard, for every single one around us. Even if you think someone that is really up there, they still have problems in their lives. Problems will never disappear, but has to be ignored. When it comes to how should I feed my family, how should I grow, how should I one day get married, have kids, you have to think positively, and you have to think of how can I make it, and how can I make everyone around me proud and make myself proud before making them proud. Because, focus on yourself, on your dreams, on making yourself happy, and only work and only do things you love and not you have.
Amazing. Great, great, great. I love it. I love it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
again. Thanks in regards to your family, regards to your mom and your friends, and keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Okay. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye
Take
bye.
care. Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first subscribe to our channel, and after that just go to our website www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.